Minnesota Senate starts the new year with an entirely new leadership team in the wake of scandal and resignations. Almanac's Mary LaHammer talked with every single member of the new Senate Republican leadership and shows what it could mean for the upcoming legislative session.
You are in your old offices, which are going to remain your new offices, is that right?
Well, right now I think so. Kind of comfortable here. One only needs so much change in a short period of time, and I don't need a lot of problems right now. We've got enough decisions to make.
Republicans had to decide on a new majority leader after Senator Amy Koch stepped down from leadership for an inappropriate relationship with a staffer.
This time I did run. I had some experience at this, not only certainly the leader's side, but certainly the political side. I go back home and you're almost like a rock star. I'm pretty easy to get to know and don't hold a lot of grudges.
Is there moderation creeping into the leadership?
Oh, I don't know. We talked about that a little bit during the election time, and you know, so what's moderate? Once in a while I have to vote for a bonding bill for my community. I don't think we have to be embarrassed about the level of bonding if in fact we would be embarrassed.
And the caucus is eager to move beyond the recent embarrassment.
Would you expect you may have to deal with an ethics hearing or ethics complaint at this
I don't think so. I don't think it would be productive.
Have you given Senator Koch counsel on whether to remain or not?
Well, I've said kind of publicly, I hope she, you know, if you will, hangs in there and fills out her term. If we lose this thing, I want it to be my fault. If we win, anybody else can have the credit.
This week, Senjum appointed his deputy and assistant majority leaders.
Well, I would say I've earned some gray hairs. I have a little bit of extra experience and hopefully some wisdom from that.
The whole team is a really interesting mix of a lot of experience, some experience, virtually no experience. Tell me about that whole mix that makes up this leadership team now.
I think that's a very exciting thing. I think it will make the team very dynamic. And we learned since coming into the majority that a fresh view is a really healthy view. 37 members met. We cleared the air. We talked about all of our concerns, some about what you've read about, some that you may not have read about. We cleared all of that air, and now we have a renewed focus.
This is going to be my 6th year. I guess I'm about common sense. I'm about making decisions in a timely fashion, listening to both sides. Never forget who you work for. If you do, then you should go home. And I said that when I was elected sheriff. You know, we certainly hit this bump in the road, and that's behind us now.
And do you still think Senator Koch should step down or not?
You know, I've struggled with that. You know, she immediately stepped down from her position, a leadership position. That was tough for her, I'm sure. But it was a decision I think she had to make, and it was the right decision for her.
The previous leadership team voluntarily stepped down, leading to the election of all new leaders.
Well, I certainly have experience. I'm just completing my 15th year in the Senate. I was a community newspaper editor. I'm not very partisan in many ways. I'm not an attack person. I believe in collaboration.
Do you expect a little more collaborative leadership happening?
I think so. It's Senator Senjum's style, absolutely.
While veteran lawmakers are in leadership, several freshmen represent a record rookie class.
A couple of other freshmen said I should try to be the majority leader, and I said, you know, I don't think I'm ready for that, but I certainly was open to being on the team. It's a good group because we really recognize it as a clean slate. You know, we're trying to put back the issues you know, of a few weeks ago in the rearview mirror. It's a completely new, fresh start.
It has been tough, but again, I think that's one of the reasons that this new team is so important to us right now, that I think that we are new to government, but we're not necessarily new to leading. We've all led in our communities and our businesses, and in coming from the newspaper business, I've had to listen to both sides and participate and present all sides of issues.
You're not one of the loudest freshmen either.
No. Well, I like to think about what I'm going to say before I say it. It's not fame, fortune, or glory to get into this. It's you know, we really truly believe things have to change. So I don't take per diem. There's a lot of things we do differently up here, not just me, but others.
Looking ahead to the legislative session, which starts in a few weeks, it's important to know some of the top leaders in the new leadership team have been proponents of a racino, which is gaming money that could be used to help pay back schools and build a new Vikings Stadium.
Too soon to say in terms of the stadium. I have a very good personal and professional relationship with Senator Senjum.
Any new gaming initiative would probably only occur vis-a-vis a deal or a package with respect to the Vikings Stadium.
Senator Senjum and I can't pass that bill by ourselves. We have been leaders in that movement.
Maybe that bodes well for the Vikings in turn?
I think so. I think it does bode quite well, if that's going to be the funding mechanism.
We still got the time to deal with this and do it right, and I still remain hopeful that the legislature will rise to that challenge.